Okay. I don't know how to start this. Um.
Bitch!
Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. What was that?
My
Oh my
phone
god.
vibrated, I'm sorry.
I heard the vibration. I was just like, oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody, and alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a debate thing that me and Jack were talking about doing for the longest time. We talked about it in the latest Minecraft video. That's you can click on it somewhere. I don't know where. But I'm here. I'm Ryan.
I'm Jack.
That was delayed as crap. But you're just like, I'm Ryan.
I'm sorry.
What time is it? Oh, no, I'm Jack. Alright, we are...
This will make you see, don't worry about it.
Nah, don't worry about that. Oh yeah, me and Jack, they're test running this, kind of, yes. Mainly because we don't know things. But that's obvious. So we're test running this stuff. It's... Jack is recording himself, I'm recording myself, but we're also calling each other at the same time. So it's weird.
So
but we're gonna test run it.
Yeah, if we ever look down, like, at the bottom below where we're looking at you, it's because
Like
we're
right
looking at our phones, which is Ryan's face. So if I look down, I'm looking at Ryan right now to see what he looks like, because sometimes I forget.
Anyway, so what we're doing
Okay.
is we are debating. Well, we talked about this in I believe probably previous Minecraft video at this point, depending when this comes out. I think it'll be 37, 36. Is Guardians of the Galaxy movie? Is Guardians of the Galaxy more like the Avengers or Star Wars? Which we both took different topics on. Granted, movie has been out for like, I think a month or two. When did it come out? August? August? No, I think it's September. I think it was.
Don't remember.
Either way, it's been like a month. It's been like a month. Great movie. We both say it's a great movie.
Yes.
But obviously there'll be spoilers ahead.
Yes.
So watch out for those. I will
Spoiler
probably.
alert.
It's a spoiler alert. Beep boop, beep boop bop, beep boop 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 beep. Anyway, so yeah, spoilers ahead. So look out for stuff like that. So, without further ado, never mind. I was looking for my phone and I realized you're never mind.
It was recorded. Yeah.
So,
Right. I'm proud of you.
without further ado, I would say that maybe Jacqueline. Oh shit! I almost dropped all my water. Jack, do you wanna start?
I guess I'll kick this off.
I can give you, I don't know, like 2 minutes. Do you think it's enough for a good
All right.
preview? I'll give you 5 minutes, 4 minutes for a good preview. We'll do 5.
4 minutes might be a little long. I don't know if I have that much prepared.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes sounds
Okay.
good to me.
Ready, set, go.
All right. In my opinion, which is the right opinion, I think that the Guardians of the Galaxy is more like the Avengers.
2 minutes 49
All right.
seconds.
That's been put out there. Let's start off with. I'm not gonna get the Guardians of the Galaxy things right because it's been a while since I've gone back and looked at it. Preparation, but the Tesseract and whatever the little stone thing is, I think it's like an Infinity Stone. I did do a little bit of research, and there was a great quote that I found that I just wanted to say, and it's talking about the Infinity Stone. It comes down to a bad guy holding up a glowing rock and screaming, "I have the power of forcing the protagonists to set aside their differences and fight me." That is a Marvel movie right there. Everyone, just like in Guardians and just like in the Avengers, in the beginning, the motley crew hates each other. Can't get along. As we move into the movie, they start to get along. They start to like each other, and they're moving together. And then right around the middle, boom, it happens again. They hate each other. Everything falls down, all right? And then it comes that the bad guy has the Infinity Stone or the Tesseract, and they're like, oh crap, we actually have to get together and fight together, join forces, and beat this guy and in the end, they're happy.
A minute 30.
That's my first point. Oh, that's 2 points, actually. The ragtag team comes together, and that there's a big, glowing, super powerful thing that could destroy the world, and the bad guy gets it. Another thing that's the same is that in both movies, the powerful orb, the Tesseract, and the Infinity Stone are used to be put into another weapon. And once it's put in that weapon, it becomes like the ultimate weapon, and it's used to destroy the world. In the Tesseract put into... What was it put into? I don't remember. Don't help me. But something...
Don't help you? Okay. Loki's spear.
Loki's staff. Right. And then the orb was used for something too. I forget. I don't know.
But Guardians of the Galaxy, it was used in Ronan the Accuser's weapon.
When I wrote down my notes, that was a thing.
30 seconds.
I wrote down.
Last points.
What else? The girl. That was another thing. The badass girl, Black Widow, and no, that is a reoccurring theme though.
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow and the girl, they both have like dark pasts, and they're both badasses, and their later years are going to be things that we'll probably explore in later movies to come.
1.
Ryan, you're good.
Okay, there we go. So those were Jack's points on why it's more like the Avengers, and now my points. So do you wanna time me, or should I just time myself?
I want to time you actually. Okay. What'd you time me on? What did you time me on?
I was just using the clock on my iPad, because I have an iPad, because I'm Team Apple, brah. Apple. So yeah.
Okay, you time yourself. I don't know how to do it on my computer right now.
Jack's time. I'm going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy is more like Star Wars. In 3, 2, 1, Blair. So, Guardians of the Galaxy is, I think, more like Star Wars. There's the obvious where the characters... obviously, you make the comparison. I think there's more of comparisons between the characters of Star Wars than the characters of Avengers. Gamora obviously would probably be the Black Widow. I would agree with Jack. That's true. But Rocket Raccoon, he's different. Groot, he's different. He only says like what, 3 words, 3, 4, 5 words. He's different. Iron Man, he's a big shot. He would probably be the closest to Star-Lord. If anything. Thor, he's just a Greek god, and not Greek god, why did I say that? Norwegian god, and what's his face? Hawkeye was awful. He could be better. But I would say the comparisons are more to the characters of Star Wars. Groot and Rocket Raccoon, obviously, you can probably tell Han Solo, Chewbacca, that type. Princess Leia and Gamora. Princess Leia becomes more of a badass. Princess Leia becomes more of a badass near the end of the first couple movies. Gamora is a badass throughout. And then everyone there. Then a couple other ones. Star-Lord, obviously main character, Luke Skywalker. It's also a space opera. Just genre-wise, it's more of a space opera movie than I would say the Avengers. Avengers is more of just the action movie. We're saving the world. This one, we're saving the universe. It's a step up. A lot of themes are similar. Also, they're all misfits. In Star Wars, the characters, all the characters really misfits. Rocket Raccoon is a genetically engineered raccoon. Groot is a giant tree that just bodyguards Rocket. Gamora, she's the last of her kind, with Thanos killing her parents right in front of her. Star-Lord, his mom died and then got abducted from aliens. They're all misfits. They all lost a shit ton of stuff. The Avengers, Thor's not a misfit. He is a god. Of course not. Fucking what's his face? Iron Man, he was a Iron Man, he's not a misfit. He is fucking a billionaire philanthropist. I have 20 seconds. So I would say the characters a lot more closer to Star Wars. All of the themes are apply to Star Wars also. They're all these forces, obviously bad versus good, but those carry across a lot. Characters are definitely my main point, and I have 2 seconds, so Jack is dumb.
I'll come back. I just want to come back with a real short rebuke to something in there.
Yeah.
Kind of a point. You talked a lot about characters and the similarities between characters.
Yeah.
And I would agree that there are more similarities between Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Wars in terms of characters and relationship between characters.
Yeah.
However, I think a much bigger point than characters is plot. And I think that the plot of Avengers and Guardians are much closer related than that of Guardians and Star Wars. Just from what I explained in my beginning, the powerful one object,
Infinity Gems.
Yeah. The crew hating each other, liking each other, hating each other, and oh, guess what? The Infinity Gem is in the bad guy's hand. Let's like each other again and fight for good. Sure, they're different genres, but they're still saving something, a bigger thing than themselves.
I mean, the thing with the Infinity Gems is that that's more of I would say more of a Marvel thing that they're trying to set up for Thanos in Avengers 3 eventually. They have to put it in at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like of course why not put in Guardians of the Galaxy, because they also introduced Thanos in Guardians of the Galaxy, or kind of more properly. So I mean, also those gems, they're basically all I'm not saying they are the same, but they're kind of already the same. The Tesseract was the mind gem. I think we saw like the power gem in that. We also saw the same gem. It wasn't really a gem, but it was part of it in Thor 2. If you remember that red liquidy stuff in inside Natalie Portman's body. Not blood, but like the other stuff. It's called the Aether. That is actually the same thing as the Tesseract and the Infinity Gem in Guardians of the Galaxy. Those 3 things are already the same thing. Those things. Of course, they have to put it in. They have to introduce all these things. I would say those things cancel out.
They introduced it in the exact same way. They introduced the gem in Avengers and in Guardians in the same way. They were both used to bring the protagonists together to fight the bad guy. Which is the same formula. And what I'm trying to say is that's what makes them more similar movies.
Okay. I would say, yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I think it works. I think you can also say the same thing for Star Wars. You could say the same thing for Star Wars. The impending doom, I guess you could say, of Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine coming together. It's Obi-Wan. What was it? Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker was creepy uncle kind of guy. Just became friends. Then they got R2-D2 and C-3PO. They were just like, whatever, let's just buy these droids. And then they met Han Solo. Luke and Han Solo didn't really get along right away. And then they met Princess Leia just eventually. They were just like, yo, what a girl? And then they had that weird romance thing between Luke and Han. It was like a incestual three-way. But it was just like you could say the same thing. A lot of action movies do that. So I feel like you could say the same thing about Star Wars. It was just these people coming together over a common cause to defeat and destroy and to conquer and to sexually do.
Which doesn't make it right, though.
What do you mean?
It doesn't. So you're saying that yes, there's a common cause in a lot of action movies. There's a common cause that brings the protagonists together to fight evil. Yes, I agree with you completely. Yeah. However, the thing is that they're introducing the Infinity Gems with that same procedure. They could have done something different. They could have not had the Infinity Gem be put into a machine to attack or whatever, destroy the universe. They could have had the Infinity Gem not bring the protagonists together.
Mm-hmm.
But they did. They made the decision to make the movies have that same formula.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's hard.
So I think they're more similar than Star Wars.
It's hard to do that because Marvel is trying to set up for something. I mean, they could have easily done other things. They could have probably done, I don't know, off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything. They could have talked about, which they're probably gonna do with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, talk about Star-Lord's dad. But like they could have done a whole movie about how they meet Howard the Duck. I don't know. They could have. I mean, obviously they could have done anything else, but it's a lot of weird. Also, there's a lot of themes, also tropes and stuff that they do. There was that one where it was like the obvious Emperor Palpatine moment. When it was like Ronan the Accuser was talking to Thanos and Corvius, I believe that was his name, Corvius. When it was like Ronan's thing, and it was just like just the face of the guys, and they were like just talking. Like I'll pull up a picture of it. But it was like just I don't
remember that. I don't remember.
But it was
that
like
part,
it was like stuff like that. What else did you talk about? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to not set up the Infinity Gems because Marvel needs to set up the Infinity Gems. They did the same thing in Thor. They probably gonna do it in. Probably not Ant-Man, but they're probably going to do it in, I don't know, probably Doctor Strange, because he has the Mind Gem. No, he doesn't have the Mind Gem, but he would probably introduce it. What Mind Gem? Or maybe the Soul Gem. Right. Does it, though?
Does not make it right.
What doesn't make it right?
The fact that they're trying to set up for something doesn't... The end doesn't justify the means. Let's get some morality up in here.
Your butt doesn't justify the means. How about that? Poop face.
The means are still that they're using it in a way that's been used before.
Okay. Well, yeah, but all movies do that. Avengers stole it from Star Wars.
Okay, but then Guardians stole it from Avengers, so Avengers is
or
more
Guardians
like,
stole it from Star Wars. Or Guardians stole it from Star
Guardians
Wars.
Didn't.
Or
Guardians is just like Avengers.
Or your face is dumb and I don't like it. How about that? What was that? What was that?
Nothing.
Huh? Okay.
Nothing. The mic picked it up.
Your mom picked up your face. Okay, so anyway, what would you say about the characters? I would definitely think. I think the characters are the plot, though. You said that the characters. I talked about the characters, obviously. You said that the plot is the thing, but the characters are part of the plot. They are the people. They're the people that drive the plot forward. Because it's hard to say. I mean, it's a band of misfits versus people that just don't like each other. Band of misfits. Star Wars people didn't really like each other.
I would agree that the characters are the driving force of the plot, and I would also agree that the characters of Guardians are closer to the characters of Star Wars. However, the characters of Guardians are also similar to the characters of Avengers. Can we both agree on that? There are similarities between the characters of Guardians and the characters of Avengers.
In what way?
In their interactions and in their personality traits.
I don't know. That's kind of a stretch.
You can't deny that there are similarities between the characters.
Wait,
I mean,
what are the similarities? Match them up. Match them up for me.
Lord Star, what's his name? Main character.
Star-Lord.
Freaking has a Thor suit. Like, he flew in that first scene, and I was like, oh my god, it's Thor. I mean, not Thor. Iron Man.
Oh.
I was like...
Because he has the helmet and boots.
Yes. I mean, he was, like, flying around on a... Yes, it's Iron Man. And then the Black Widow and what's her name? And then
Gamora.
Rocket... I would connect Rocket with Hawkeye just because of
Just because of
Arsenal?
his shooting ability, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Groot being
Groot,
Hulk.
I would connect with Hulk, and then Drax would have to be Thor. And Drax almost does have a mythical look to him, with the face stuff, and no shirt on, and the bulk of him is kind of like Thor in his demeanor.
All right, I just want to read a quote from James Gunn that I prepared. So boom, you're gonna boom your whole thing right up the park. Ready?
He played me. Okay.
All right. So in a interview, I believe with, what is it? I don't know where is it? I don't know where it is. But in an interview somewhere, this is posted on StarWars.com. So, this was intentionally my version of Star Wars. When I was first considering doing the movie, the chance to make something like that was one of the things that got me on board. Not just Star Wars, but Raiders of the Lost Ark and other movies like that. Stuff I loved as a kid. I wanted to make a movie that made people feel the way they made me feel. And then he goes on and talks about more stuff like that. I mean, if you also think about it, Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy, their tone and theme are a lot more similar. It has more of that, like, I don't know. It has more of that adventure quality. A lot of people put action and adventure together, but it has a lot more of that adventure quality, where the Avengers is more like action. There's just non-pack action. It's like, boom, 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 boom. Take that, Hulk. Take this, Thor. Oh, I can't lift your hammer because I'm not worthy. Boom. I don't know.
Oh, I can't lift your hammer because I'm not worthy.
Oh, no.
Boom.
No, trust me. When you see Avengers 2, that's going to be a thing, bro. Spoiler. If not warned already. No, that's going to be pretty cool. But... yeah, so he's like, I think he gets the tone, at least, more of Star Wars. Because tone, it's more of a, like, I don't know. And some other people talk about this stuff where it was just like, they go see Star Wars when they were little, and it was just like, whoa, that was awesome. That was an awesome space opera thing. And the tone, I would say, is a lot more, like, a lot of those same people that when they saw Guardians of the Galaxy, the tone that James Gunn hit in this movie was just so much more to Star Wars, because it's not more adventure. You're like, oh, I'm on board for this. Let's do this. Ragtag group of misfits. Let's go defeat evil and go punch it in its face because it deserves it. Where Avengers are just like, I'm gonna avenge this world. But yeah, I mean,
Good job.
I don't know. When it comes down to it, I think the plot is similar, but it's also a similar plot to Star Wars, in my opinion. Mainly because it's just like, I would say, to me, it's the plot is similar, mainly because most movies' plots have the same similarities with stuff. Characters are more similar to Star Wars, and I think, for my last closing remark, or before Jack does his final closing remark, that the tone of a Star Wars is a lot similar to Guardians of the Galaxy. So, boom, pipe bomb. Jack, your final closing remarks.
On your quote from
James Gunn?
what's his name? Yes, about Star Wars and Guardians.
Yes.
He's not going to admit that Guardians is like the Avengers.
He could.
That's just not something he's not going to do. Maybe that his inspiration may have been Star Wars, but I still think that it is much more similar to the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, I do think that the tone and the themes of Avengers are like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you on that. The space opera saga kind of theme is the same. Thinking about my characters, I'm starting to see more and more that I think my characters from Avengers are like Guardians more and more. Not to the point where I think they outweigh Star Wars, but they're closer to equal.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're weighing for similarity, plot, and theme. And I think that the plots are so similar in a lot of ways, even down to, Nova being that
The Nova Corps.
intergalactic, space police.
Basically, that's what they are. We boil
And
it down.
what's the one in Avengers?
Shield.
Shield, also being like the police of the Earth and alien life forms, whatever, being similar as well. I think that the plot, because they're so similar, outweighs the similarities between the theme and between Star Wars and Guardians. And that's my final spiel.
Okay, well, for some reason my screensaver went on, and that scared the crap out of me. Anyway, I think it comes down to certain things. So we'll let anyone else, if you have anything to say, put it in the comments below or anything like that. Jack, review of the movie. What do you think of the movie? I really liked the movie. I give it maybe a 9 out of 10, and maybe an 8.5 out of 10. There's some stuff that it could do a little bit better, but it was still a really fun movie, I would say. It's hard to deny that when you see the movie. It's really fun. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that like they put in there, like movie nerds like me love, like at least Marvel nerds. I think this past week I've read maybe about like 50 comics. That sounds like a lot. And I think I need to get checked out
because it is a lot. Yeah.
I found, quick tip for comic nerds. Marvel has a thing called Marvel Unlimited, where $10 a month you can get all of their back catalog, like everything. So I've read so much. Like last time I checked, I was reading about like of all the stuff I read. It was like 73 cents a comic. I was like, it was a fucking steal. Anyway. I think it was a really fun movie. It was awesome. There was a lot of stuff that Marvel nerds like me like. The Nova Corps. Nova is a superhero that eventually becomes a Guardian of the Galaxy. Ronan the Accuser, the Kree, which ties into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show. The Celestials. Didn't think Celestials would ever be in a Marvel movie, but it is. It was a lot of cool stuff that I liked as a Marvel nerd. Satisfied my needs. Movie nerd. Satisfied my needs. My needs were satisfied. I laughed. I had a good time. And I am Groot. So Jack, take the floor. What was your review of the movie? What was your review of the movie?
In response, I think we are Groot. And I really liked the movie.
Whoa, bro, that's a spoiler. Oh, Jesus.
Wasn't that already?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Kidding.
I would give it an 8 out of 10, only because I think you gave a higher rating because you saw a lot more of those Marvel connections than I did. I'm not a Marvel nerd.
I'm definitely a nerd.
Brian's the biggest nerd I know, I can safely say. Fix that bow tie.
Dude,
but I would still give it an 8. I had a blast watching the movie. As you said, they were definitely worth better things they could have done. As I said, the whole entire movie, I was thinking Avengers. So
maybe a good thing would be maybe just just an idea. Maybe go see it again, or when it comes out on DVD.
Right. And go watch it again. I might do that.
With trying not to think about Avengers.
And I loved it. I thought it was an awesome movie. 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Will recommend.
8 out of 10 would probably see again. What if it comes out on DVD? Yeah. I would love to see the behind the scenes stuff like that. James Gunn is a funny guy. Chris Pratt would be hilarious. Seeing Vin Diesel just do in the sound booth, just Vin Diesel being like, "I am Groot. I am Groot." Just like how he gets into it, that'd be awesome. Vin Diesel. Did you know that I found this out like the other day? Vin Diesel was like a theater nerd.
He was?
Yeah, like I believe he said his dad was like a theater director. Or maybe like for his high school or something. And so he started off in theater, and then he wanted to do movies, and his dad was like, well, if you want to get a job, you have to look like a leading man. So he did a bunch of like muscles and then like worked out a bunch so he can look like a leading man, and then he got Fast and Furious movies basically. And that's how. Well, not he didn't get that straight away, but he became. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. It was awesome. Awesome. I love it. Love nerds. The best. In your face. Alright, so yeah, if you have anything to say, put in the comments below. And that was that. Put them down below. Don't raise the roof. I don't know what to say. Jack, anything? Anything you want to plug?
Raising the roof.
Subscribe, maybe? I don't know.
Subscribe to
Why not?
Ryan's
YOLO.
channel.
Subscribe to Jack's channel.
Y'all are beautiful.
If Jack does anything
Subscribe
else.
to my channel.
If Jack does any more.
I will.
Come on, Jack.
I will.
Jack is a channel where he makes vlogs and stuff because he's in Baton Rouge. We talked about this before. Come on, brah. What are you gonna do?
About my channel? Yes, I'm in Baton Rouge right now.
Yeah.
Helping kids with city year. And I have a vlog channel. It's called Jack Mind the Gap. Y'all should go check it out.
There'll be an annotation somewhere on the screen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. I think it's up to.
It was fun.
It was. I would say I am the winner. I'm kidding.
I think I'm the winner, but
I think we should go to bed because I don't know if it's. I am. It's 9:30. God, I'm an old man.
It's 8:30 here.
That is the worst thing about anything is that the fact that like that the Jack's an hour behind. I'm like, yo, Jack, you want to record Minecraft at like 3?
Planning for these are the hardest things.
They're like, yo, Jack, you want to record like Minecraft around 3:30? Oh yeah, sure, man. It's like 3:30 for me, and I'm like, it was the last time. It was like 3:30 to me, and I was just like, so Jack, no, it was like it turned into like 4. I was like, Jack, whenever you're ready, and he's like, oh, because for him it was like not, it was like 3. It was
Right,
just
and I
like,
was like, why is Ryan asking me so early?
oh
And then
well,
was
I guess.
Wait, hold on a second.
I keep forgetting that. It's so weird. Wait, well, I've been Ryan. I've been representing Star Wars. Jack has been here also. This is like my 3rd outro. Jack's been representing Avengers.
Ryan. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm representing Avengers. Ryan, you just said, wait, I am Ryan.
I am Ryan. So draw. So you know what? You know what? That's been it. I will see everyone later.
Out.
Goodbye. Let me stop recording.